Ukraine gives up several villages, as the new commander-in-chief shakes up Ukrainian forces. It's day 16-18 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Imagine I told you a couple of months ago that Ukrainian forces would voluntarily give up not one, but 3 or 4 villages. You would definitely not believe me, because up until now, Ukrainian forces have a record of holding positions that are impossible to defend, even if they suffer high losses while doing so. It's one of the reasons they have somewhat prevented any massive Russian breakthrough. However, this is likely changing after Mikhailo Drapety took over the position as a new commander-in-chief of Ukrainian armed forces. As you know, when President Zelensky removed Defense Minister Fedorov from the position, there was a nationwide protest to revert his decision and fire Commander-in-Chief Suriyak instead. And as I reported in my previous report, pressure was very high, and if the decision was not made quickly, it would have divided Ukraine from within. And as a result, Zelensky fired Suriyak and appointed Drapety as new commander-in-chief of Ukrainian armed forces. And sources are claiming that he has already started making decisions that Suriyak was refusing to make. At the Dobropilya section of the Pokrovsk front, you know that Ukrainian forces have been defending this defense line very strongly for many months. They were even able to successfully defend it when Russian forces' pressure was at an all-time high, as they were trying to develop the northern flank of Pokrovsk. Up until now, the defense line looked something like this. Ukraine had 3 strong defense nodes that were preventing any Russian breakthrough. The density of villages made the defense strong and easy to defend. However, according to Ukrainian sources, the new commander-in-chief made the decision to withdraw their forces from this section towards the bigger Dobropilya in order to shorten the front line. In the latest footage, we saw Russian forces raising their flag over here, signaling the control. Ukrainian sources even claim that Russian forces basically entered the empty villages, meaning Ukrainian forces had already left. In addition, there is also rumor that Ukrainian forces have also withdrawn from a couple more villages. However, it has not been confirmed yet. But the reason that they gave doesn't make any sense. Because if we zoom out, it's clear that by withdrawing, they have in fact lengthened the front line, and possibly made their flanks weaker. Furthermore, we are also seeing Ukrainians withdraw on the Kostiantynivka front, particularly near Chasiv Yar. As you already know, Ukrainian forces have been holding these positions strongly for a very long time. So in order to make them withdraw, Russian forces have been trying to close the encirclement from both sides. And because of success within the city, Ukrainian supply route has been compromised, and on top of that, Russian DRG attacking from Chasiv Yar towards Stinky and Popasna made the situation for Ukrainian grouping very critical. After a couple of weeks, positions weakened because of lack of necessary supply and reinforcement. And when Russian forces started attacking from 2 directions, they had no choice but to withdraw. According to the latest report, they were able to take this area under their control. At the moment, fights are taking place in Chevrone. Furthermore, within the city, Russian forces have finally captured the remaining parts of the city and took it fully under their control. In fact, they have already started attacking further. However, Ukrainian forces denied the fall of the city. Russian sources reported that, in order to maintain the narrative and delay acknowledgement of the fall of the city, Ukrainian forces are performing DRG attacks. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.